Hello, everybody. My name is Tima, aka the Master Archivist, and I am back today, of course, for our usual Master Archivist analysis. This is going to be episode 8 of Andor. And before we get started, I do always want to share the plug segment here and our Discord link as well. If you are interested in more content, you can see some old streams as well. You can always follow me on YouTube, and I always appreciate the follow on the platform too. Let me know what you like. Let me see some comments on those videos. Let me see what's popping. And with that, also, you can find me here on Twitch, where I am live very frequently, a couple times a week here. So if you want to see some more sci-fi content, and also me just trying out some new games, as well as we're doing some new content like Team of Talks, where it's like my little talk show. We're developing that a lot more right now. And then also, of course, we have Beats and Builds, a little segment we do where I produce beats and usually build Lego sets, and some unboxings and whatnot. So we like to do a lot of things here, and of course the Discord as well. If you do want to, talk outside of streams, you want to, join in and meet other people in the archives here, as well as members of the Fang Squadron as well, the group of streamers that I am a part of. It's always a great place to meet. So with that being said, I want to open up. This episode a little differently, I think, than I usually do. Discuss kind of where we're at with Andor, but I also just kind of want to talk about like random things coming up, almost like a mini team of talk segment, I suppose. But yeah. So of course we're watching Andor, as I put in the title of the video as well. We also have a Halloween stream, my Hallows Eve stream I do every year. We also have that coming up this Sunday. So we're gonna have a lot of different content going on. We're gonna have Doki Doki Literature Club is one of the big things we're playing. It's first time playthrough for me, and I will be having a special guest on as well. On top of that, we're doing, I know Overwatch, they're doing a mode. It was actually requested by Transat that we do it, so I will be joining there. I do have some little horror bumpers, I call them. It's my homage to like Adult Swim, basically, calling them bumpers, but they're like little commercials almost. Um, that I made. I meant to post them throughout the streams, but I haven't had the chance to. So it works better that for like little intermissions, we'll have those play. So we have those, and then another big thing that we'll be debuting as well is a GTA movie with myself and Transat, as well as Gucci Dutch. Um, we're gonna be showcasing this movie that we made, and it's been it's been honestly a great time making it. It was a discussion at first. There was, it's kind of like a joke, because I always have these ideas, and Fang Squadron knows, like, I usually pass them by them just to kind of gauge like like what's the appeal, what do you guys think, good idea, like here's where I'm kind of sitting with it, and they help me, kind of conceptualize things. And so it was one of the things that we had was that, and it was a great time, working on it. Myself and Transat co-wrote it, and I thought it was gonna be this big thing, like I thought it was gonna be, um, I don't know what the word is, like, we thought it was gonna be a long project. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, you know, we did it in a very short time span. Most of it's been used editing and producing music for it on my end. So it was a great experience, though, a lot of fun. I don't think I have much bloopers though, because I wanted to do like a bloopers video and kind of go on about that. But no, it's good, And then of course we have Hallows Eve stuff. I'm very excited for. It's the traditional thing I do here in the archives, where I do like to, um, celebrate Halloween. Um, I try to do things before or after holidays, and usually before, of course. But because I want everyone to obviously enjoy the holiday, and myself included. I think that's the fun of it. Halloween's such a fun time as well. So I want everyone to have a good time. But yeah. So I mean, kind of going off that though, is what's it? We'll have, I know, pretty much that. Trying to get everything like last minute, trying to like fix it, get everything set up. So hopefully everything will be primed and ready to go for Sunday. Oh, drop something. So um yeah, but with that being said, of course, that's where kind of like that's my small conversational topic, State of the Union address, and good little promotion for it. So I hope you guys tune in. I hope you enjoy it. Obviously, something I'm trying to do as we roll into the holiday season. I always consider October, November, and December obviously back to back holidays each month. So, yeah, Halloween kind of gets a kick started. We start planning like August, September time. We start planning, putting in motion. Basically, the coming idea for the channel here is that we're gonna have obviously the Hallows Eve stream. November, as we've seen from last year, it really seems like the off time, because we go hard through the summer. Obviously, the summer is a little different, but we go hard through the summer. September, a lot of planning and executing for October, and then October is one of our grand months. November is the relaxation one. So what I kind of have planned is myself, Dante Spada, Melsmere. Hopefully we can get together. Myself, Gucci Dutch, and Trans are actually working on videos. New thing I'm doing is I'm going to start producing YouTube videos for the page. Some exclusive content for that I haven't been showcasing here in the archive. So we're going to be working on that. And yeah, so I mean, hopefully you guys like it. You see some new stuff going on. November, though, we're going to kind of get back to Gears of War. We're going to work our way through that. December's kind of a weird month because last year we had a lot of things to look forward to. Cyberpunk was releasing, Warzone. I remember there's another big game too. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Um, like a bunch of big stuff we were working on. So, this time around it's obviously different. This time around we're hopefully gonna have you know, newer things to look forward to. I know there's a game coming out. Like the thing is, like I have like a list of things where I'm like, all right, here's when they should release, so we can plan it for about this time. And then like off the top of my head, I can't remember anything. So, um, hopefully it does not that does not remain the case, and I can remember what I was doing. But like I said, I have a list of it. I will be updating the schedule of everything coming up soon. So hopefully, you guys will enjoy, and we kind of go from there. You um, I guess that's where we'll get kickstarted from here. So where I'll open up the stream is besides that nice intro and conversational piece there. So talking about Andor, of course, the last episode I actually really enjoyed. I thought it was interesting. Um, and it's cool too seeing a lot of the stuff with Andor, like the was it the Andor figures? I saw her in Target now. Um, and we reached, I think, a really cool time of existence because this is, I think, the first time I've seen Star Wars figures in the store the same time the show is out. Kenobi was not far off. Kenobi we had just a little bit after. Um, I mean, I got the Andor and B2 pack. I got that after like the third episode, so that's really cool. I like that. I remember when episode 3 was in theaters. We had episode 3, figures out and stuff. And I guess I guess the movies have remained consistent with that. Um, I know Bad Batch they tried that as well. I know the Amazon exclusive figures came out, but it's been what's it like over a year now, almost 2, and we haven't even gotten like vintage collection Bad Batch figures. But regardless, so of course we saw, and this time I have a list of character names because I'm trying to commit the memory. Cyril, we saw basically getting a new job, like an office job. Like I think it's funny, like the future looking cubicles and the future looking ties. It looks like a very stiff environment. It looks like something will flourish in. And from my understanding, it looks like he's using the resources to continue his hunting of Cassian. Cassian, of course, we see him return back to Marv and basically try to convince her to go off world with all the money that they stole. And of course, he's separated from See, this is where I have to consult the list. I'm like the name Vel, where he split from Vel, and I guess Vel and what I assume was Bix are working together. Um, that all under Luthen's reign. Not to be confused with the wrestler Luther Reigns. Um, under, I guess, his rule. What my theory is going into it, though, is that and I don't know if that's going to play into this episode, because I started thinking, like, how does Cassian get out? And I have some feeling. I know Saw Gerrera was announced for this series, so my theory is something with Saw Gerrera. But that's, like I said, that's just my theory. Um, and also, all this under world talk, I suppose, between like Vel and Bix, and we also see that Cassian's life is set up. He's basically uh to be assassinated, I guess, is the easier way to go about saying it. Um, Basically, that's like the big setup for it. So, really, really setting things in motion for the next 4 weeks, really. Figuring we got 4 more episodes till the season's done. After today, of course. So, it's really setting up some stuff to have this payoff here. So, especially this episode coming at 56 minutes long. We almost have a full length movie in an episode. So, I'm excited to see where this goes. But yeah, so that's kind of where I think we're sitting at with it. Of course, Cassian gets arrested and charged for like 6 years, 6 years in Imperial prison. So I have a feeling Saw Gerrera should play some factor in getting him out of it. I think. Um, but who knows? Maybe Cassian has some unexpected allies on the Imperial side. So we'll see how that pans out through this episode. But before we get started, of course, the typical plug we throw in here. I always appreciate the follows and likes. So if you do enjoy the video, give a thumbs up. Always appreciate the follows here on Twitch as well as on YouTube. With that getting started, let's switch over now to some Andor. Alright, so let's get the timer started. We're going to count down and do 3, 2, and 1. So of course we have the recap as well. This is going through their heist on Aldhani. I'm also really hoping just for some more B2 in all this. See, and this is one of the things I always bring up, because seeing Luth in here and thinking of Saw Gerrera, I always think of Rogue One, where like Mon Mothma and them were talking about Saw, and they just kind of bring up like, like, oh, he was a rebel until later on. Of course, he defects and becomes essentially a rebel terrorist. Here we go. Yeah, see? Because now I'm wondering what he's doing. There's the KX droids. Yeah, shore troopers. I love shore troopers. One of the best designs, I think, coming out of the Disney era, shore troopers. But I find it funny. I feel like we've gotten to the point with troopers in the Empire that they're just extremely specific. It's like, these are like beach combat troopers, or. I do think having like those sand colors are really good. But I just think it's very interesting. I'm like, because here they're literally like beach patrol. Here, of course, we have the Andor logo. Always good to see it. Not falling for it. I keep thinking it's going to be some part of the episode popping up. So this time I'm not going to fall for it. Now, what's everyone's thoughts on Andor? Because so far I've enjoyed the grittiness, and I always say it's a very cyberpunk-esque feel to it compared to, what we've seen in other Star Wars media. Very, very noir and gritty. I like that. Very, honestly, very Blade Runner-esque. Here we go. So I guess here we're seeing Cassian, guess, to be transported to his prison. I like this ongoing thing of just, I'm a tourist, don't. Okay, here we go. My man working the cubicle. I somewhat expect like an Easter egg or someone playing Pong or something on these consoles. Little mouse droid. Aww. Iconic sounds. So I wonder if this guy's gonna be selected. Oh, I was gonna say by the Imperials. It goes rubber moccasins. I will say the drip in Star Wars is untouchable in my opinion. Like I literally look at these outfits. I'm like, man, I gotta find. And I do this a lot, especially since the whole heist on Aldani. Um, I've been sitting here and I'm like, I gotta find Cassian's outfit. That is undeniable. Look at those. Got like Chelsea boots. It's a fine. I like how they redesigned the suit. I mean, the tie I'm not huge on, but I'm like, looks just like a little hand towel on a rack. Mmm. Also, data pads, phenomenal look. Con. You damn right. Mm. Mm. Okay, here we got a cool underwater prison. I assume that's the looks like the Fortress of Evil, like straight out like an old comic. Meanwhile, at the Imperial Fortress of Evil, just a bunch of stiff people in like white officer outfits. I love it. Huh. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, so this entire ISB group is just like, I like how no one's on the same page of Cassian. One group thinks he's like forging imperial documents. One group thinks he's stealing technology. Really, all things considered, it's the perfect ruse. They're all, they can't pinpoint him, which then makes him more as a um more of a ghost of a person, really. It's like just having rumors. There's no solid concrete evidence against him. Oh, say literally just there. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Okay, see, this is what I meant earlier when I said that I think it's gonna, because there's only 4 episodes left. This is what I mean when I think they're really gonna push for a bigger story. We had that lead up where honestly I thought that heist was gonna be the big part of the show. Now at this point, I realize that's the smallest part of this. I'm still trying to figure out what they're doing with Cyril. He's the one I'm like most keen on at this point. I do enjoy the Cassian evolution. Oh, are we gonna get? Yo, check out those boots. What a fit! Oh my god, my man got moon shoes on. They look like the boots you give people when they break their leg. Yo, those outfits though, new Imperial outfits. Or no, they look like you got those Back to the Future shoes on. Well, they wear the self-tying Nikes, right? Mmm. Look at that. I like the white silverish contrast on the outfits there, but they look like they have that like the Mandalorian jumpsuit on underneath. You know what I mean? Sorry. Ah, so they got them like bugged. Oh my god! Oh, that's awesome. So their funky looking moon shoes protect them from the electric shock. That's why everyone else is barefoot. Wow. Oh my god. I don't know if anyone's seen the movie The Cube, I think it was, a Canadian horror film. It just reminds me of that. They're in this like freaky looking room and it's just wow. Mm. Ooh, I told you. I told you. My man just got a promotion. Damn. No. The man's selling himself right now, and I'm buying. Really? Why is he getting shafted literally every second of the day? Like, I mean that. Like, you notice that in every single thing. And I don't know if that's going to turn. Oh, yeah, that's a sick jumpsuit, though. Anytime I see just like a sick jumpsuit, I'm like, this is feeling more like a Space Odyssey. Not Space. Yeah, Space Odyssey. 2001. Ooh. Or I'm thinking that guy. Why do I feel like that pistol always looks smaller in. Because I think that guy is a spy. Wanna know how I know? It'd be great. I'm like looking at them. I'm like, doesn't look Imperial to me. I'm trying to remember. Was he the guy from the heist though, or something? I could be wrong. Like I said, they just don't look Imperial to me. Actually, now I think about it, you know what this looks like? And the suits looks like that prison from Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, make this scene instead of all white, make it like rusty gray metal. Tell me this does not look like that whole prison scene. Obviously, instead of like a workshop, make it a cafeteria area. Hmm. Still, I can't believe this place. Electric wired floors, like, and everyone's barefoot. I'm like, shoo. Kano Loy. Kino de Toten. Oh, the Des. So this is, huh. So what are they building? Doesn't look like droid. Hmm. So I'm wondering, this guy Kino, the way he's running everything. So I guess he's the cream of the crop, all things considered. But I guess he's the man with the longest tenure here. So what do they mean by playing against each other? It implies that there has to be a winner, but there's also going to be a loser. Zol. Ham. I'm going to pronounce it Ham. So I don't get it though. What's the? I know. There's probably gonna be like a shock thing to it. Mm. I feel like I'm watching like Squid Games or something at this point. I don't like they're throwing a lot at me that I'm trying to like process here. This is definitely gonna be a it's definitely gonna be a multiple viewing episode. Cause Cyril we gotten a little bit here, like a little bit apparently 9-1 by the Empire. Which to me I'm like he feels like an Empire like fanboy. And now basically instead of making license plates, Cassian's building something. Imperial weaponry perhaps? But apparently the stakes are high if these inmates care that much about what turns out. Like Dark Troopers or something, I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, here's this guy. So I like this too, because with the rebellion being such like a taboo thing to discuss, I like with this Mon Mothma and Tay how last week they were kind of she's like trying to lead on just like I know she explicitly states it, but like I like the conversation. Tay's like, oh, I've kind of grown since we last talked. And then she's like, I think I've grown too, and it may surprise you. And he's like, maybe different. Like now I'm like, I think she's drafted him to help out the rebels. What he adds to it, I don't quite know yet, but the man's drip is immaculate, more importantly. All of them, that's the thing. It's this fine look between like kimono, also like very regal European style. But I think that's the thing I appreciate with the show is the look at Coruscant High Life. Hmm. I didn't know even Mon Mothma had a daughter, so that's kind of cool. I'm like, I wonder if she plays a factor into this. I definitely believe in this too. Like the definitely the way to win over the Senate here is she's holding all these like parties, kind of trying to rub elbows with everyone here. So why is it? Andor's in the state of shock through this episode. What is? I mean, the man. I guess it's that. It's the fear of unknowing. Just like how here I'm like, I don't know that stakes, and here I'm like, I guess we're gonna find out. At the same time, he is. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they threw them into a pit or executed the prisoners. I wouldn't be shocked, but like, got this guy working on. Oh, he's communicating with people across. Yeah, that looks like a dance move. Man, busting down over here. Oh, and I wonder what language that is. I mean, I certainly don't think it's Tuscan Sign Language, so. Everyone's hating on Palpatine. Like, is he evil? Yeah. This is also cool because I like that we haven't seen Palpatine in this, but I like that he's talked about just the Emperor. Just like yeah. And I'm like, it's that separation, despite them being the pinnacle of Coruscant society and political society in the galaxy. It's just things like they've met Palpatine. We don't have to see it to know it, obviously, because they discuss so openly. But they discuss the Senate workings and whatnot. I can appreciate that. You know, like I would be, and I think it's nice when and I know the director of this said there'd be no fan service, so we won't be seeing Palpatine probably. But it's one of those things where if they gave like, let's say, a pan of the whole Senate, and you saw maybe like Palpatine in his cloak or something, maybe like heard him muffled in the back or something, that'd be cool. Okay, these are, I say, pretty fitting for a Star Wars bunk. Hmm. Ew. Paste. I used to watch a bunch of stuff on the science of Star Wars, and I remember there's one old thing I think on the History Channel about like, oh, here's how Star Wars would work, and one of the things was like, how does Vader eat? And it's that basically like it's a paste in a tube, or they say like there's something probably a suit that breaks it down, but still, what is this? Oh, it's how many days he has. No one's talked about it, I imagine. So that means no one's. Wow, look at that. So even this. So here it's what I like to consider. Is that an allegory? Not an allegory, I suppose. But oh, they're probably gonna shock the floors. Yo, Cassian a fool just for standing like that. You see everyone else like, yeah, there you go. Wow, look at that. So you can't. Wow, I'm actually kind of blown away by this right now. So they can't leave the bunks. The floors are always electric. Wow, that's messed up. But I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, here they're getting their senses tripled. And it's just like, oh, is the public in outrage over the fact that us as prisoners are being basically like essentially tried again for the same crime? And he's like, I never heard that. And she's like, so the public doesn't even know. Like we're serving a triple sentence after already being tried. And I'm like, wow, an unfair prison system. I wonder if that's a reference to like you know. Hmm. God, you been married since you was 15? Yeah, I bet Tay was taken out. I bet they beat him up. See, that's what I mean. See the smile grow. I'm like, I guarantee. Oh, yeah, you hear that little electric hum from the floors. Wow, you know what's crazy about it too? Oh, I'm gonna see change. But you know what's crazy about it though is that like what's so smart about it is that then like KX droids like all these different like 30 shifts later, all these all these droid units can just easily move through electric floor. I mean, obviously the guards too have the rubber shoes, the rubber moon boots. Yeah, I can't wait for the cosplay. People go crazy with that. So awesome though. Oh, everyone's naked. Well, that took a turn. I guess they're gonna group shower them or decontaminating them. Not what I expected. I will say though, these two events that have happened, well, three events that have happened, I think definitely is helping to push. I think Cassian to the rebels when eventually I guess he comes across them more or less. I'm still trying to figure out if Luthen is, rebel or not. I mean, it has to be working Mon Mothma, but I'm waiting to see something that's like, oh, that table hasn't shown up today. It's like, yeah, they're not around anymore. you know. I was this guy getting the problems he getting to him. Okay, see, so we got. I'm trying to figure out what it means to win the shift though. They give you like free time for like 5 minutes. Okay, here we see the original plan here from Andor. Now with Imperial occupation, more importantly, see them riddle about. Ooh, we're gonna see B2. Come on. Yee, there he is. Best droid. Anime best droid right there. That's nice though, Bix is taking care of Marv through all this. See, this entire town, they're very closely knit here. I like that they're all, taking care of her. That's one of the best things about this show is the way that they've built worlds really just feels like, like we're a part of it. You just see everything working. It's like we're just weaving between it. Marv's still a fighter. Yep. Daughters of Ferrex? Ah. Mm. Look at that. So I guess just to keep his disguise up, just, taking the fake name and. Oh, there she is. Is she gonna kill her? Like I sit here and I'm like, try to put the pieces together. I'm like, this Vel, of course, from the Aldani heist. So, and this, of course, is going based off the hit that they have for Cassian. But I guess they're gonna stake him out, or assume try to hit close to home. I guess he's going after someone once, part of the team now, you know, turned against them in the name of the cause. I'm like, start to put that perspective. I'm like, who's good and who's bad? Mm. Dynamics is the things with the dynamics of everyone here is that we start to see these little bits and pieces of the character, never get the full piece. And I think that's what makes these characters kind of cool is that I feel like you're always on edge with them. You're like, I don't know their motives. I don't know them. I know enough of them to understand the character a little more. I think I saw something. I think these like hats from Andor. I think I just saw something like that. I want to say on Etsy. I think someone started making these brims for hats. I like them a lot. I never thought basically a reinforced 5 panel hat is basically what I was looking for, but yeah, you'd be surprised. Like I know I mentioned this. I think I'm like the second or third Andor stream. Um, with Mando, they released the concept art. I don't know if they're gonna do that for Book of Boba, but definitely I want it for Andor. I need to see costume designs. I need to see location designs. Look at this. That was Mando armor in the background and a Jedi Temple mask. These things are in carbonite, which is genius. This is how they transport things. They freeze it, indestructible block. Trying to get a peep of some of the stuff here. Some of these things look like sonic screwdrivers, but. And the girl here works in the shop, looks like Rachel from Blade Runner. Like I said, very Blade Runner inspired on this. It's somewhat, it's like, that 1920s PI style. Then, cranking up the contrast like nothing else. Oh, that kind of looks like Vader's helmet. I need to take a look. Bixley. Mm. So now they're going after Bix? Luthen is playing like 4D chess. Like, my mouth was like, I might not have the money. He's like, I'll find other means. I want to know what he's doing with Cassian, though. Or if he even has a concern about Cassian. There's no signal out there, so, you know, they're assuming Cassian's lost or dead, I suppose, at this point. Just effortlessly trying. Dedication. That's what it is. That's a real friend right there. Here's Vel in the same transportation saw Luthen on. Was that second episode of the series? Yep, and they're staking it out. See, I'm telling you, starting rebellion is ruthless. Ooh, okay. Leaving Coruscant, but who though? Luthen. Still rocking the wig though. I love that George ship. Here we go. Back to the prison. Well designed. Oh no, is this dude gonna step? Yo, it's probably lethal. Yo, should have been going crazy. Oh, we're not even gonna see the death. Yeah, we're not even gonna see the death. Oh, great, we're down a guy. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. See, this is what I mean. There's been so many brutal things in this. That, alright, that might be maybe in this show, maybe the second most brutal death, or no, the first, I guess. I mean, Kenobi, we saw like a guy being hung, and it's like, I mean, we didn't see him get hung. We saw him post hanging, and I was like, oh, that's pretty bad. I'm watching this. I'm like, wow, that man literally got charred. That's a cool droid. Looks like some power armor from Fallout. Imperial's taking, yeah, yeah. Imperial's taking people. Mm. Yet again, Imperial jacket drip, untouchable. That guy in the back with his wraparound sunglasses. Oh, that's a good outfit. Imperial poncho. Bix clean. Just trying to blend in, like, no, no. That guy has a great yell. Okay, so now apparently Bix is. Oh, or maybe that's why they're. Maybe not to kill Bix. Maybe protect her since she's of Imperial interest. I assume in the early. Oh, here we are. Segra Minor. Turns out it's our boy. Wow. What a way to end it. I'm gonna have to spoiler right now. In three, two, one. It was my boy Saul Guerrera. Looking young, looking good. And both I like both of them laughing, just like, I thought that big mess was you, and I thought it was you. So I guess he's a rebel at this point. Ah, he looks good. He's gonna be like, no, but I can get it. Anto Krieger. Mm. Interesting. Mm. So interesting. So I guess this is where. Ah. So okay, so he doesn't want to work with the rebels anyway. Interesting. So he's always keeping that distance with the rebellion, not just right now. So I guess that also doesn't help in terms of getting the rebellion off the ground here. Mm. Okay, see. So even they question Luthen's alliance here. Coward. Mm. Look at that. So Luthen really just trying to rally up as many people as possible. Here we go. I guess Bix did not get far. Okay, I assume Imperial Science is out here looking like a background character in Quadrophenia, but all right. Oh, Pox. By the way, flared ISB pants like Grand Moff Tarkin, unmatched, amazing. I wonder if that's just a play. Like, oh no, she doesn't supposed to see that. Get her out of here. I need to apply to be like an Imperial background character or something. This looks awesome. Sit in this very conveniently not futuristic looking chair. We've run out of budget for this part. And here we go. So here we just have Cassian back to building pieces. I don't understand though. Pieces of what? I guess the world may never know. It does a cool little like zoom out shot here. I wonder if it's gonna end up like, oh yeah, we sabotaged every part, so this stuff doesn't work. Okay, so as always, we're ending with long 7 minutes of what do we want to call it? Now I'm forgetting words. Of credits. So we'll take that off here. So I guess that this is the part where obviously we do the analysis of everything. Of course, cool episode. What's it? Trying to think where's a good place to start. I mean, obviously we see Cassian now serving out his sentence. We already see he's 30 days into it. Um, let's see. We got that. We got Cyril basically getting shut down by the Empire. This guy, I like he has great Imperial makings. Like he's just like this strict, straightforward. He's like, no, rules are put in reason, in place for a reason, and I plan to uphold them. And then we got Dedra Miro, the ISB head that's looking over Ferrex now. I like she's just like, nah, we don't need you. Guarantee we don't need you. Um, Shut him down. I really appreciate that. Um, what's it? Of course, always good to see Forrest Whitaker as Saw Gerrera. Um, Luthen and Mon Mothma. I mean, they've had some cool dynamics. They're really collectively pulling the strings of the rebellion. Mon Mothma has the high ground in this case, working the Coruscant High Life, the Senate, working through them, just trying to get any type of backing, as we understand financially, to help support the rebellion. Meanwhile, Luthen is working the underground, talking to Saw Gerrera, who as he mentions, does not want to play ball with the rebels. He does not associate or see himself in the same way as they do. So for that reason, he's out. um, let's see what else is there from that. I don't know, man. Those two Imperial guards from before, where it's like, oh, where was your partner? They just didn't seem so put together. Which I still theorize. I'm like, I want to believe in this prison that there are rebels lying and waiting to strike. There's going to be some prompts. Someone's going to discover Cassian's missing. Speaking of missing, of course, Bix realizes Cassian's missing. So at some point here, we're going to have, you know, um, raising the flag somewhere on getting Cassian out of this prison. I like to think those are kind of what's been laid out in front of us. Obviously we haven't seen it yet. Um, and that's definitely, I think, my thoughts on it. Um, I think for this episode, nothing too crazy has happened yet that, obviously, except for that one guy in the prison, jeez. But overall, I think really well played out here. So I guess really, with that being said, I guess this is a good time. I'm gonna do the plug segment. Do that and the discourse. Of course, my name is Tima, aka the Master Archivist. I appreciate everyone who tuned in today. It was a good amount of people tuned in for some Master Archivist analysis. So thank you so much. Um, I want to also thank the subscribers. We got last stream was crazy. We got some new subscribers. Also the new followers as well. Um, to go over kind of what we're doing this week. There will be no stream tomorrow, or possibly Saturday. I'm not too sure. Saturday is kind of going to be our wild card. Now, normally, Saturday mornings we do Knights of the Old Republic, but I'm trying to set up everything for our Hallows Eve stream on Sunday. So that's going to be a very long, practically all day stream. A lot of different stuff coming up. Obviously, Doki Doki Literature Club is a big thing. Our GTA movie, starring myself, Gucci Dutch, and Captain Transat, are kind of in its last little bit of editing. So coming up, hopefully, we can have that rolling out for everyone. It will be debuting on the Hallows Eve stream. It's a pretty sizable movie. I'll be honest. I'm happy about it. Same thing, horror bumpers as well. You know, my parody of famous horror movies and stuff will be used as little like commercials during it. Not really too many set up right now, but very excited for it nonetheless. Um, and that really I think rounds it out. Other games we're gonna have is Overwatch 2 with Captain Transat. Per his personal request, we'll be playing. I know there's a Halloween update to it. I'm not too familiar. Transat will actually be filling us in for that segment. Um, it's really cool actually. His Hallows Eve stream has really been about everyone else involved here in the archives of the Fang Squadron. Um, a lot of long requested things coming all together, and I'm pretty happy with the way it's looking at right now. So yeah, really a lot of big things. So hopefully I can see you guys out there. I'm trying to throw in some little things too. I think if it doesn't pan out for the Hallows Eve stream, there's a lot of great content I may have to cut for time, but I think we have a lot of great potential coming up for some stuff. One of the things that I've spoken about, but I think now is a better time to never start to roll it out, is modded Fallout 4. Of course, Fallout 4 can be modded on console, same thing with Skyrim. Um, One of the few games you can actually mod on a console. I'm very impressed by that. But I know that's one thing I was thinking about because I used to do this really cool. It was modded Fallout 4, but I basically did like a zombie apocalypse on like survival mode, and it was intense because like you really couldn't mess up. You needed food, you needed sleep, you needed shelter. And I have a lot of cool mods installed that I would like to see that kind of play out. So I'm thinking maybe we might do that possibly Saturday, if not Sunday. Um, Work on making some characters and kind of build everything from there. So, you know, if it does well and it, piques some people's interest, maybe it'll be an ongoing thing I'll continue here on the channel. So if you guys are interested in like modded zombie Fallout, let me know. Really cool series, something like I said I did in my personal time. I have a lot of cool mods, and I gotta see if they have Andor mods. Maybe we can kind of tie it all together. I know they definitely have. I put tons of Blade Runner mods because Tima Pi, someone who has arrived in the archives a couple months ago, may be getting some new cases coming up. So stay tuned. Of course, I always post the videos on YouTube as shorts. So if you guys are interested, of course, you can check out the YouTube. The Master Archivist, you can find me there. Same thing here on Twitch. Always appreciate the support. I know we've gotten a lot of new viewers on the YouTube channel, so I really appreciate trying to give that a lot of exclusive content. Same thing when it comes to Twitch as well. Of course, like I said, new followers and subscribers. So I mean, archives are popping recently, and I appreciate it. That's literally thanks to everyone here, and yeah. So with that being said, I want to thank everyone for the Master Archives Analysis love today. Of course, going into it, kind of what I was talking about is the show's really like a wild card. So there's a lot to be unraveled, but I think we're gonna get a lot. I'm predicting these episodes are gonna be about an hour long, each one. So yeah. But with that being said, thank you so much. Hopefully I can see you guys if we do the stream on Saturday to do the modded Fallout Zombies, kind of get everything set up, or that might even be a Halloween thing as well. Hopefully I can see you guys for that. If not, love to see you guys come out for the Hallows Eve stream. Of course, the tradition we have here. A lot of new and great content for that. A lot of great guests are going to be on. Some old people we haven't seen on a stream in a long, long time. Some people, like obviously Gucci and Transat will see, in all different forms throughout the stream. So with that being said, thank you so much. My usual word to the wise I like to give from the archives here is whatever it is in life that you seek, always seek that balance. And I think personally, that's how you get the most out of everything. You always want to find that perfect in between, and find yourself at ease. So, with that being said, enjoy this wonderful holiday season. It's only gonna get kickstarted from here. Of course, it's right around the corner is Christmas, and then the New Year's, and we'll have a lot of fun going into that. But yeah. For the meantime, thank you so much. And for now, this transmission from the archives will be ending. But hopefully, I could catch you guys on some other platforms as well. So thank you, and good night, everyone.